Listen, you ain't here for me, you're here for the best chicken parm you've ever tried, so let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. Welcome to my kitchen. So glad you're here. Listen, we're gonna get started. We got the best chicken parm you ever wanted to try. Why is it the best? Well, let me tell you, two things. We are going to use chicken thighs, not chicken breast, because chicken breast is not tasty. Chicken thighs are. And we're gonna fry our chicken thighs in duck fat. That's right, that's the secret, that's the level up. We are gonna use duck fat. All right, we're gonna be on the stove with it. Once we get them nice and crispy, tasty, getting them in the oven, broil, little pasta sauce, little marinara, and a little bit of fresh mozz on top. Broil it, melty, cheesy goodness, and we're done. All right, we got our boneless, skinless chicken thighs. All we're gonna do is trim up the fat on there, get them ready to go. So pretty simple. I'm gonna take off whatever little bit of fat we got on the side over here, and then a little bit of this fat right there. Look for any kind of little scraggly bits where we need to just trim them up. I'm using my Dalstrong boning knife, fillet knife. Gonna prop it up and work your knife underneath. Just put it to the side. Very sharp, be careful. The chicken thighs have so much flavor that you do not need to, keep that extra fat on there. We'll just put that one to the side. We have 5 thighs, so we'll get them all cleaned up. And we'll get them ready to get in the dredge. And we'll start frying these bad boys up. Like this one, there's a little bit of fat right here. Just kind of slide your knife underneath, take it off. A little bit just fell off right there. Right. We'll get the rest of these trimmed up and ready to roll. All right, we got our 2 bottles of duck fat in there. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on, start getting the heating process up. We're gonna take it to about 375. We'll start dipping the chicken. Time to start dredging up our chicken thighs. Now again, you might be asking yourself, dude, I've been making chicken parm with chicken breasts my whole life, right? Well, 1, you weren't doing it when you were a baby or a teenager. Well, maybe when you're a teenager. But 2, because that's what you've been taught. But trust me on this one, if you use the thighs, it'll taste better. Simple as that. If you use the proper seasonings, it'll taste better. If you cook them to the proper temperature, it'll taste better. And I damn sure guarantee you if you use duck fat, it'll taste better. If you don't have duck fat on hand, which probably most of you don't, just use your regular canola vegetable oil or whatever. But yeah, duck fat's good. Who could argue that, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and start dredging these. We got an egg wash, basically just eggs. I put a little red pepper flakes and a little Italian seasoning in it. Then we're gonna dip them into some panko breadcrumbs, Italian style, that I've already grated Parmesan into, okay? We're gonna have a nice crispy Parmesan-y crust before we get it in that oven, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started with this chicken dredge. All right, team, we got our little assembly line going right here. Chicken into the liquid chicken, into the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan, and we'll get them on the tray to rest. Being that we only have these 5 thighs right here, I only did 2 eggs, about a cup of breadcrumbs, half a cup of parm. We're just gonna dip it into the seasoned egg wash here. You season your stuff all the way through, right? Let it drain off. Gonna mix up these breadcrumbs a little bit. Then we're dipping, pushing, packing. Get it all over. You're gonna make a little mess, don't worry. Make sure your breadcrumbs are really adhering. You're in all the nooks and crannies. Shake off the excess, and we'll get them on the tray. Do one more. Chicken into the seasoned eggs. Get it into the breadcrumbs. Coat it up real good, and then on the tray to rest. Okay, you get the point. Let's finish these up. Stove, our duck fat is heating up. We're gonna use our little ThermoPro here. All right, we're a little bit above the 375, but once we start putting these chicken thighs in, it'll cool off. So we're good to go. Link down below for the ThermoPro Lightning. Use it everywhere. We're gonna actually use it to temp out the chicken thighs. Got a cookie sheet over here with a rack on it. That's what we're gonna do when we pull them out. We're gonna put them on that rack. All right, so we're gonna lay these in carefully and away from you. And we'll do about 2 at a time. You do not want to crowd these up. You're getting them to their good golden brown to about 150 internal, and then they'll finish up when we're broiling them. That first piece is smaller. Let's check the temps on this one. We're at 170. Good thing about thighs is they're also very forgiving. So we're gonna get this one out, get it to the side, get it on that rack. And we're just gonna sprinkle a little salt on the top. That's what you do after every time you fry something. All right, and we'll get the rest of these done. Come on back. Guys, the chicken thighs are all done. Nice and crispy and golden brown and luscious. Now, we are going to get them even leveled up more, right? We're gonna put a little of that sauce on there, little black truffle fancy pants sauce, all right? With a little bit of fresh mozz, okay? Now we're gonna melt that mozz by putting it in the broiler here. So let's go ahead and turn on the broiler, broil high, hit start. Okay, that's it, guys. It's pretty simple. Come on down over here. We'll go ahead and get the chicken kind of stacked up with that sauce and that mozz. It's gonna be amazing. I think actually let's grate a little of that parm on there too. It's gonna be cheesy. All right, come on back. All right, so we got our little station set up over here. This is what I was talking about, little fancy pants truff, black truffle. I can't even pronounce that, and I'm the worst Italian ever. But just a nice marinara, little spicy marinara basically. All right, like I said, we got our little parm wedge over here. We're gonna scrape a little bit of parm on top of our chicken thighs. You know, we're just adding flavor. All right, let's get a couple spoonfuls of this truff pasta sauce on each. Now we want the crispy all the way through if we can, but this is gonna be nice and luscious on top. It's about a tablespoonful on each. As it gets under that broiler, it'll start kind of melting and dripping down a little bit too. Now you guys may notice this pan I'm using. It's what I put the chicken on before we started cooking it, but that's okay, guys. There's this thing called a sink that has soap and a sponge, and it's nice and clean, okay? Now let's layer in our fresh mozz. Figure we'll go 2 on each thigh. And then when it gets in there and the broiler starts hitting it, it's gonna get all nice and bubbly and melty. Brown on top. It's gonna be gorgeous. You can see that sauce is gonna come out. These are gonna be the ooey gooey, cheesy, gorgeous. Love it. All right, let's get them in there, guys. The broiler is on, hot and heavy. Let's get it nice and melty. Cheese is starting to brown up real nice in there. Almost time to pull these bad boys out. Oh, these are looking too good. Got a nice splotches of toasty brown on there. Still nice and melty, gooey. Helps crisp up the chicken a little bit more in there too. It looks amazing. All right, I'm gonna go plate it up, cut it up, and try it up. All right. Juicy as can be, baby. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to try this bad boy. Got some of the cheese on there. Got that beautiful chicken. It's juicy as all get out. Time to take a bite. Man. Dude, stop the presses. This is the way to do it. Guys, that's just way too good. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Just way too good. All right. Reach back there. Good job, CJ. Trust me when I say level up your chicken parm with thighs, with some duck fat, and you will thank me later. Trust me on that, okay? As I used my Ninja NeverStick wok to cook this, but you guys use whatever pan you want. If you want to get, knives, cutting boards, merch, all the stuff I use in my videos, links are all down below, okay? If you want to become a show producer like all these amazingly awesome people scrolling across the screen right now, people that know that level up secret of using thighs and duck fat, hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we're done. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.